Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today's video, we are going to see the CBSE Informatics Practices sample paper, class 12. Okay, the CBSE has uploaded long back the 25-26 this coming year board exam sample paper has uploaded. So we are going to discuss that sample paper now. So you all know that for that time is 3 hours and the maximum mark is 70 marks. So let's see the general instruction what it is given over here. So all the questions are compulsory and you have 5 sections here. Okay, you have 5 sections, that is section A to E you have. The first section is having 21 question that carries 1 mark, that is section A. And section B is having 7 question, that is from question number 22 to 28, and each question carries 2 marks. Section C consists of 4 questions, that is 29 to 32. Each question carries 3 marks. D is having 2 questions, that is 33 and 34 question number. And here section D has each question carries 4 marks. And section E, total you have 3 questions, that is from question number 35 to 37, and each question carries 5 marks. There is no overall choices given, but for some questions we have the internal choice. Okay, attempt only one choice in such a type of questions. So all the programming questions you have to use the language what? Python language. So clearly they have mentioned in case of MCQ, the text of the correct answer should also be written. So multiple choice question A, B, C will be there like a number. In that you have to write A, what is the answer? B, what is the answer? So which is the correct choice? That choice like A or B. Suppose for example A, insert into. Not only simply write A or simply don't write insert into, just write it the option A and what is that. Okay, like that you have to write it because they have clearly mentioned that how you have to write. Now in today's video we are going to solve only the section A that contains 21 question. Each question carries 1 mark. Okay, so the first question what we are going to see here is state whether the following statement is true or false. So what the question? It's a true or false type question. So your answer should be true or false. Any one you have to write. So the question is, the drop method can be used to remove rows or columns from a pandas data frame. So, what are all the different ways are there to remove the rows and columns? We have drop method as well as del. With that also we can do. So, I am just stopping my sharing here. I will just share one more document. Now, from there you can see. Okay. So using the data frame drop method. So we all know that the import pandas as PD and DF, the data frame we are creating, the column name that is 1, 2, 3, the dictionary form we are giving, key, colon, value pair, and the index ABC is given. So if I want to delete a row which is having index B, so what you have to do, the new object name equal to df dot drop and which index. So this is the index, that is the row you want to delete, means the drop method. Suppose like even you can specify that in place is equal to true. If you are writing like this df dot drop, then the index comma in place is equal to true. Suppose you want to do some conditional deletion. So you can write like this. The new object name is equal to df dot drop. What is your data frame? It is df square bracket, again one more df. Call 1 is equal to 2. That means it deletes the second column. So deletes the row where the column 1 is 2. That is the meaning here. Okay, where it deletes the second row because dot index we have given. So it deletes the second row where the column is 2. This is the conditional deletion. Like this way also you can write. Or you want to delete a multiple rows. Then the new object name is equal to df dot drop square bracket the indices, which are all the indices that you have to separate by the comma operator. This is using the drop method. So using drop method, we can delete the row as well as we can delete the column. Now here you can see deleting a single column, how by name. So you have to specify axis is equal to 1. So by default it will be axis 0. If you didn't specify anything, that means automatically it will take axis is equal to 0. That's why here the column when we want to delete, you have to specify axis is equal to 1. Or what you have to do, columns is equal to then the square bracket which column you want to delete. Df dot drop columns is equal to in the square bracket the column name. Suppose how we deleted previously the multiple rows, like that you want to delete the multiple columns. Df dot drop square bracket the column name comma axis is equal to 1. Even you can delete the conditional. This is what previously I shown. This is using the drop method. So how to use the del? Del is used only for deleting a column, that you just keep in your mind. Drop, you can delete the row as well as the column, but delete keyword directly remove the column from the data frame. So now here you see del df of col1. That means that particular column it will remove. So only to remove the column you can use the del keyword, but you want to delete a row or a column, then you can use the drop method. So here, according to our question, what the question is? The question is like the drop method can be used to remove rows or columns from the pandas data frame. So what the answer will be? The answer is true. So I just explained the different ways how you can delete a row or column in the data frame. So for other than this, if anything the question comes also, you can answer. That is why. And the next question is, what will be the result of the following SQL query? So the mod function will give you the reminder. That is the thing. So mod function will give you what? The reminder. Select mod of 5, 6. So when you divide this, you may divide like 0.6 and all, nothing. Here automatically the quotient will be 0. The remainder is 5 here. That is the thing. So like this type of question you should answer very carefully. So here the remainder is 5. So answer B. Then the next question, Shruti received an email that appeared to be from a popular social media platform, requesting her to click a link to reset her password. The link directed her to a fraudulent website designed to capture her login credentials. This situation is an example of which type of cybercrime? So, what the question they have asked, they have given a scenario and it is a cybercrime they are telling, but what type of cybercrime it is? So, first we should know what is that. So hacking means it is a practice that seek to exploit the computer system and the network through unauthorized access to an account or a computer system. Or it is a misuse of computer to corrupt a system for stealing the data or to break down the data. But here, this is not a hacking. So, we should know each and everything definition here, then only you can answer. So, what phishing means? Phishing is nothing but it is a practice of attempting or acquiring the sensitive or a personal information from an individual by using a link. That link may mislead the information through email or the website over internet. So that is what here it is given. So here they have given it looks like a popular social media platform. So the answer is phishing here through the link. When you click the link, it is directed to some fraudulent website. So the answer is phishing here. Then the next question, Which of the following Python statement is used to write a pandas data frame? Data frame name is df to the CSV file. So from the data frame to the CSV. So that means it is 2 underscore CSV. That is very clear. So the option A, df, the data frame name, what they have given here, df. So df dot 2 underscore CSV. And the next question is, which of the following device is used for converting a digital signal from a computer into analog signal for transmission over a telephone line? So conversion, like from the digital signal to the analog and the analog to the digital, whatever it is, through the telephone line, we use a modem. Switch is used wherever we want to connect the network. In that place, we need a switch. Repeater is to strengthen the signal, to regenerate the signal. Router is to find the shortest path. So here the question is converting a digital signal from a computer into analog signal, and that also the keyword over a telephone line. So the answer is modem. The full form of modem is modulator and demodulator. So for the question number 5, the answer is A, modem is the correct answer. And the next question, what is the purpose of round function, and inside 2 argument they have given num comma 0. In SQL, assuming num is a number with a fractional part. That means num is a number with a fractional part means it may be like 25.23. So that is called num is a number. So it's a number with a fractional part, with a decimal value it is there. So this is the meaning, comma 0. So this is what they are mentioning. Now, what is the purpose of this? That is the question. So what is the purpose of this means? Round function, what it does, it rounds the number to the nearest integer, or always rounds the number up, or leaves the number unchanged, or always rounds the number down. So what is the correct answer for this? Means it rounds the number to the nearest integer. That is the answer. So for the 6th question, the answer A is the correct answer. Okay. Now the next question is 7th question. Arushi has written a novel and wants to protect her literary work. Which type of intellectual property right will help her to do that? So first you should know the definition of patent, copyright, trademark, then only you can answer for this question. So patents are nothing but it is used to protect the invention of a functional or a design nature, that is called patent is. And trademark is nothing but it provides for the indicators of the source of the product and service used for the commercial trade. Like for example, a particular word like KFC, Domino's, that font, that words and logos, that and all comes under the trademark. Then copyright means it provides the protection for the literary and artistic expressions. So if you know the definition of this, what is patent, what is trademark, what is copyright, then only you can answer for this question. So here the answer, now you know it is a literary work. So automatically it comes under what? Copyright. So the correct answer is copyright. Okay. The next question, question number 8. The default index used in a Panda series, if no index is explicitly specified, dash. So the default index is always starts with a 0. So it is 0, 1 like that it comes. So the consecutive integers starting from 0. So for the question number 8, the answer D is the correct answer. Then question number 9, consider a table named student. So it is a table. The table name is called student, and it has one primary key and 3 alternative keys. So what they have given, it has one primary key and 3 alternate keys. So how many candidate key does the table have? So we all know that in one table, we should have only one primary key. And they themselves, they have given and 3 alternative keys are there. So you should know what is the definition for this primary key, foreign key, alternate key, candidate key. So primary key, is a unique identifier for what each record in a table. And it must not contain a null values. It must be unique. And each table have only one primary key. So that is the primary key. An alternate key means an alternate key is any candidate key that is not chosen as the primary key. So alternate key can be a candidate key, but it should not chosen as the primary key. So alternate keys are also what? Also a candidate key, but they are not used as the primary key. So you should remember that alternate keys are also a candidate key, but that is not chosen as a primary key. So now what is candidate key? Candidate key is a set of one or more attributes that can uniquely identify a record, or other words we can say all possible keys that can serve as a primary key is called as a candidate key. So according to this question, they have given one primary key, three alternate keys are there. So primary key is one of the candidate key only. Then three alternative key are also a candidate key. So the question here, so total how many candidate keys are there? So one primary key plus three alternative key, that is totally four candidate keys we have in the table. So you should think like this. That's why you should know the definition again. Without knowing the definition, it is not possible. So for the question number 9, the answer D, 4 is the answer. Then the next question. Which of the following is an application of VoIP technology? So VoIP means what? Voice over Internet Protocol. That is called VoIP technology. So email, we won't use any voice over there. Chat, we use voice, but it is not the Internet Protocol. And web browsing is browsing the data, not the voice. So Internet telephony is the correct answer. So for question number 10, option C, internet telephony is the correct answer. Then the next question, which of the following SQL function is used to count the non-null values in a column named column name? So the column name is what? Column name. So non-null. Non-null, that means it should not be a null. That is the thing. So count asterisk means it will take a null value. Sum is an aggregate function. Average is an aggregate function. So here the question what they want to count the non-null. So option B, count of column name is the answer for this question. Then the next question, when two panda series with different indices are added. So two different panda series with the different indices are added, the result is what? So error occurs, indices are ignored and elements are added in order. The result has all indices with the missing values filled as none. Only the common indices are retained in the result. No, the result, because different indices are added, they have given. So the answer is all the indices will come. If any indices is not having the value, that will be filled missing value. Suppose in the first panda series, you are having the index like A, B, C, and you are having the value 10 to 7. This is in the first series. And the second series, again, you are having A, B, C, D, E, F. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you have like this, all the indices will come A, B, C, D. The result you will be getting A, B, C, D, E, F. And this common A will be added, B will be added, C will be added. And D, which is the missing values, will be filled with what? Filled with none. Okay. So that is the answer for this question. Then the next question is, in India, the primary law that deals e-commerce and cybercrime is nothing but IT Act 2000, that we all very clearly know that. Okay, so option C is the correct answer for this. Then question number 14, which SQL command is used to sort rows in either ascending or descending order of values in specific column? So this is the keyword. To sort the rows means automatically it is order by. either in ascending or descending, or sometimes they can specify increasing or decreasing. So it is order by, not sort on. Okay, order by is the answer. Option A, order by is the answer. Then question number 15, which of the following Python commands selects the first three rows of a data frame DF, assuming that labeled index are consecutive integers starting from 0. So they have given the index starts with 0 and first three rows they want. So always the first three rows means it starts with 0. So n minus 1. So 3 rows, 3 minus 1 will be 2. So the 0 colon 2 it is. But here when you see 0 colon 2 is not there. So what is the meaning of this? df dot log colon 2, that means starting value they didn't specify, only end value they have given. So 0 colon 2. This is these, that means 0, 1, 2. So first three rows we will get over there. So for question number 15, the answer option B, df dot log of colon 2 is the correct answer. Then in which network topology is every node directly connected to every other node? So it is very clear, if you know the definition and the structure, if you have seen, easily you can identify the mesh topology is having a directly connection with each other node. Then the question number 17, what is the use of in-string function? In-string function will find the position of the substring in the string. In which position? That's also first occurrence. Okay, it will give the position of the substring in the first occurrence. Suppose two letters are same in two different places, which place it occurred first, that it will give the result. So for the question number 17, the answer is C. Then question number 18. Which of the following Python statement creates an empty pandas data frame? So empty data frame is the thing. So we know how to create a data frame, pd dot data frame, open bracket, close bracket. But here the question is, it is an empty data frame. So how we will create a empty data frame? The answer is pd dot data frame, open bracket, close bracket, option B, pd dot data frame. This is the answer for this question. Then question number 19, which of the following is not an aggregate function in the SQL? So we know that min is an aggregate function, sum is an aggregate function, upper is a string function. It converts everything into capital letter. Average is again aggregate function. So not an aggregate function. For question number 19, and option C, upper is the answer. Then two questions, assertion reason type questions we have. Here four options are given. A is both A and R are true, and R correctly explains A. And B, both A and R are true, but R is not correctly explained A. And C is A is true, but R is false. D is A is false, but R is true. So here we have a question assertion. The output of print df and print df.log square bracket colon will be same for a data frame df. So print df means whatever we have in the data frame, everything it will print. And here print df dot colon. So this also what? Either a single colon or double colon you can give, both are same. So it prints entire data frame. The both are same. That is the thing. And here the statement print df.log will display all the rows and columns of the data frame df, thus showing the entire data. So the reason is, assertion is also correct, and the reason what they have explained for the assertion, that explanation is also correct. So here option A, that is both A and R are true, and R correctly explains A. That is the correct answer. Then the question number 21. Here it is a SQL question. The insert into command is a DML command. Yes, insert into is a DML command, data manipulation command. The DML command is used to insert, update, or delete the data stored in the database. It is a correct explanation. Again, option A is the correct answer. Okay, so I hope I explained and we discussed very clearly the section A. If you have doubt, please ask me in the comment. The next video we will post each section B one day, like one video we will post section B, section C, like that. So all the best, study well. Okay, thank you.